Good evening. Thank you for watching the Life with Joey Calvo YouTube live stream, as well as listening to it on anchor.fm. My name is Joey Calvo, and our podcast is part of the World Podcast Network with over 1,100 podcasts. Visit the World Podcast Network at https://worldpodcast.network to listen to podcasts in over 12 genres. Come vote our podcast episodes up and help us rise on the leaderboard. If you have a podcast of your own, you can join for free. So this podcast, again, another impromptu one, is kind of the overwhelming response about the past two podcasts that I brought up the name American Fox. So today I'm going to clarify what is going on. Okay. First of all, I have been going through some issues in my life, and I've had some people that have been kind of being the support that I needed. And one of them I used to call Anonymous. And I announced 2 podcasts ago that Anonymous was named American Fox. And the response that came to me was someone that doesn't exist. And then I did a follow-up to it to explain that, yes, American Fox does exist and does fight crime at night and is a real superheroine and who is dressed like Wonder Woman in the 2011 Adrian Palicki costume with some modifications. But she does not have a lasso like Wonder Woman. She is an Amazon like Wonder Woman. She has a power belt. She has arm cuffs like Wonder Woman and a tiara like Wonder Woman. Just different. And then I got a response to that saying, don't embarrass yourself on your podcast. Well, if I want to embarrass myself on my podcast, that's my doing. Okay? So, to those that want to be like that, don't present yourself, because I don't want to see it, because I will block, I will report, I will erase the comments. Okay? I am done with that. Now, if you are into superheroines and you would like to follow American Fox, do not, and I mean do not, accuse her, harass her, or threaten her in reference to anything that has to do with me. Okay? Things that happen with me has nothing to do with her at all. And I mean at all. So, she loves to chat superheroines, and she would love real friends. So, her Twitter follow is on the bottom. It's twitter.com/AmericanFox4. So, again, if you decide to follow American Fox on Twitter, do not do the following. Do not accuse, do not threaten, and do not harass her in reference to anything that has to do with me or this podcast, because she had nothing to do with what's going on with me. Okay? And on that point, I am going to explain now that I am separating myself from American Fox. It's not, again, because of anything she did. Okay? It's me and realizing what's going on with me and within me. Okay? American Fox had nothing to do with it. A former guest, Elise Alexander, has nothing to do with it. They have been the support and guiding me to stay around. I have come to a point where I am realizing that that is not happening. But it has nothing to do with them at all. Okay. The other thing is this podcast could be ending soon. Okay. It's not because of anything they did. It's because of I'm running out of stuff to say. I'm running out of guests. As of right now, I've got 2 guests coming up between this week and May the 4th. And it may be over after that. Do I really want it to be over? No. Did I want my bond with American Fox to go further? Yes. But I ruined it. And I destroyed it, not her. Okay? And in reference to the former guest, Elise Alexander, same thing. I ruined it, not her. So I am stepping away from her. So I do want to thank, out of all this, all the YouTube viewers that viewed the past 2 podcasts. And I went to look, and I couldn't believe it. There was actually like 45 views between the 2 videos itself, which really just surprised me. But at the same time, I told you about the responses I got about it. Did I lose viewers and listeners? I did. Do you think it matters to me if I did? A tiny bit. But I have an idea of why I lost those viewers and listeners. And you know what? I'm glad you did that, because you wouldn't have liked the next step that I would have taken on it. So this is going to be a short podcast about it, only because American Fox doesn't deserve a person like me at all. My friends don't deserve a person like me. Elise Alexander wouldn't deserve a friend like me. After what I've been learning about me through them. And I applaud them for their honesty. Okay? What I've learned, what I'm finding out about me was something I was totally against. It was something I was totally against. To realize I was doing it too. And it's definitely, like I said, not right to American Fox. It's not right to the people I know that care about me, or so-called care about me. And it's not right to Elise Alexander. Nobody deserves a person like that. It doesn't matter if they're a spouse, a friend, whatever. They don't deserve that person. And I've learned that person to the point now, where today there was a book I read back in 2008, 2009. Now, I'm not normally into reading, but this book got me interested and really got me to look at something in a whole different way. And the book was called The Shack. And most of you probably heard the movie about it. And it's about a gentleman who went to church every Sunday, has a family, went camping, and it became a tragedy where he lost his daughter. His youngest daughter was kidnapped to find out that she was killed. And he got to the point where he was blaming God for this happening. And Tim McGraw's in the movie as well. And like you said, it's a really good movie. It's 2 hours and 12 minutes. It was a really good movie to watch. It came out in 2017. I read the book, like I said, in 2008, 2009. And like I said, I really got into the book. So I decided to do a little, what people would say, soul searching. And as I was watching the movie, I started to pick up things about me that maybe that's what's going on with me. And I have told people on my personal Facebook page, anything mental health, you got a warning. The next time you brought it up, you would be unfriended and possibly blocked. So I've given the final warning on that. And like I said, American Fox had nothing to do with this. Elise Alexander had nothing to do with this. It was all on me. So, like I said, I watched this movie today because I needed to. And I, like I said, noticed some things that got to me and made me see that this may be the problem with me. That there's something within me spiritually that may be causing the mental issue that everybody's thinking it is. And yes, I've said so many times that I am my own worst enemy. And it's true. I am. I am harsh on me than I would be on anybody else. Yes, I would show more love to anybody else than me. Well, guess what? That has nothing to do with what's going on within me. Even though what I'm saying is true. And really, actually, no, let me correct myself. Let me clarify myself on that. What I did say about in reference to I'm more lenient on everybody else than me, that's true. And you know what? That was one thing I looked at. I love people unconditionally more than I do me. I hit the jackpot when it came to watching the movie. And I was looking at myself, and in my mind, I was looking at myself about it. So if you're going to follow American Fox on Twitter, do not accuse her, do not threaten her, do not harass her, because she has nothing to do with what's going on with me. Okay? That's all I can say. And to those that are watching that want to put a negative comment to me or their negative feedback, quote unquote, and their constructive criticism, stuff it down your throat because I don't want to hear it. Because I am done with it at this point. I have given final warning. Now, in reference to people that are viewing this podcast on the YouTube live stream and listening to it on anchor.fm, I'm going to say the same thing. I do the best possible to bring positive things to this channel. Okay. Yes, as of right now, there may be only two podcasts left. Yes, I am happy to be on the World Podcast Network with this podcast. But as upsetting as I am that I may be leaving the podcast and leaving the podcast network, as for right now, could mean anything. Yes, I am walking away a friendship that I want to really explore more too with American Fox. Again, it's not her fault. I'm walking away from friendship and support from Elise Alexander. It has nothing to do with her. It's all been within me. And it's more than I'm thinking it is. So at this point, I'm going to thank everybody for watching and listening to the Life with Joey Calvo podcast. Follow us until May 4th on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube. And if you can vote on us on the World Podcast Network, please do. And that's https://worldpodcast.network. And if you are going to follow American Fox, last warning, do not make her feel uncomfortable in any way by accusing her or threaten her or harass her in reference to me. If you're going to follow her, be positive. If you're going to follow her, she loves to hear superheroine chat. And if you're going to follow her, be a real friend. Don't be the fraud that I found out I was. I thank you all again for the views in reference to American Fox on YouTube. I thank you for listening to the podcast on anchor.fm/Life with Joey Calvo and watching the YouTube videos. May God bless you all, and you all take care.